I'm going to use the following notation. So the sum of the weights of adults, I'm going to call W sub A, weights of children, W sub C, the number of adults will be N sub A, the number of children will be N sub C. Okay, so N is the number of them, and then of course the weights. It says the average weight of the adults is 60. So the way you find average, you take the sum of each weight and you divide by however many adults you have, and that would give you 60. And then the way you would find the average of the weights of the children, sum up all the weights and divide by the number of children, and they tell you that's 24. And they also tell me the average weight of everyone is 30. So if I sum up the weights of adults plus sum up weights of children and divide by the number of adults plus the number of children, that gives me 24. And I'm trying to figure out what is the ratio of adults to children. So I'm trying to find number of adults, that right ratio to adults to children. That's what I'm trying to find. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I am going to solve this top equation for the numerator. Sum of W sub A would equal 60 times N sub A. And do the same thing here. Sum of weights of the children equals 24 times the number of children. And let's plug that information in here and see what happens. So sum of WA is 60 NA. Sorry, that's 60 capital N sub A. 60 capital N, dang it, hold on. N sub A, and then this is 24 N sub C all over NA plus NC. See, I've got all NAs and NCs now, and we know that equals 24. So now let's clear our fractions. Okay, and that's equal to 24, is that right? No, it was equal to 30, sorry. The sum of all everybody, I wrote that down wrong. This should be 30. And it's not letting me erase. 30. Let me see if it'll let me erase over here. 30. Sorry about that. But I don't want to redo my video. So clear your fractions and you get 60 NA. And I'm going to, what I'm doing is multiplying both sides by N sub A plus N sub C. So 60 N sub A plus 24 N sub C equals 30 times N sub A plus N sub C. Everything's divisible by 6. I'm going to divide everything by 6. And that will give me 10 N sub A plus 4 N sub C equals, that's going to be a 5. So that'll be 5 N sub A plus 5 N sub C. I'm solving this equation for N over C. Okay, I want to make that equation look like that, and then I'll have my answer. So if I subtract 5 N sub A on both sides, I'm left with 5 N sub A equals, subtract 4 N sub C, and that just gives me N sub C. And so that's going to be, divide both sides by N sub C. And I'm going to have to move up here in the corner. I'm going to change the color red, okay? So that's going to give me 5 N sub A over N sub C equals 1. And now divide by 5 to get rid of that 5. And I'm left with N sub A over N sub C equals 1 divided by 5. And that's my answer, 1 over 5. And I apologize for messing up on that 30, okay? But that was a number that was given.